Students, today we will discuss Animal Dynasty 1, Lecture 2, and our topic is Animal Systematics. Animal systematics is basically the study of evolutionary history and evolutionary relationship among the organisms. So evolutionary relationship may be monophyletic and may be polyphyletic. Monophyletic basically group of organisms who have single ancestor. Or the goal of animal systematics is to arrange the animals into groups that reflect evolutionary relationships, and these groups should include a single ancestral species and all of its descendants. Such a group is called the monophyletic group, having the single ancestor. Animal attributes called character that indicate the relatedness. So on the basis of which character you correlate the organism, that is called the character, or on the basis of which feature you just consider the organism relative, that is character, as your ear is your character if you consider the mammals, but if you consider the birds, then bird wing and your worm is character, that is same. Character is virtually anything that has a genetic basis and can be measured from an anatomical feature to a sequence of nitrogenous bases in DNA or RNA. So your arm has special bases in the genes. Polyphyletic groups are those members that can be traced to separate ancestors. Polyphyletic groups reflect insufficient knowledge of the group ancestors. Paraphyletic also includes some but not all members of a lineage, and paraphyletic group also results when knowledge of the group is not sufficient. Here is a group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here is 1, 2, 3 have the same ancestor. 4, 5, 6 also have the same ancestor. 7 and 8 have the same ancestor. But if you consider the 7 and 8 group and 1, 2, 3, then they may be different, or they may be polyphyletic group. Or if you consider the 1, 2, 3 same ancestor, 4, 5, 6 same and different ancestors. But if you consider their evolutionary history, then they may have the single ancestor. It means that they are paraphyletic. If sufficient knowledge, then same ancestor. If insufficient knowledge, then different ancestors. There are three schools of thought for the systematics, that includes evolutionary systematics, numerical taxonomy, and phylogenetic systematics. Evolutionary systematics is a traditional approach that includes homologies and analogies. Both organisms have relatedness and sometimes opposite things. So organisms closely related to an ancestor will resemble that ancestor more closely than they resemble distantly related organisms. Use phylogenetic tree, evolutionary relationship among the organisms. Here is a phylogenetic tree. So if you see that here is a time and then different lineages, time periods, that is Tertiary, Cretaceous, Jurassic, Triassic, Permian, Pennsylvanian, Mississippian, Devonian, Silurian, Ordovician, and Cambrian. So if you consider here is that is Placodum, and then Sarcopterygiae. Sarcopterygiae just gave rise to Dipnoi. Then this Sarcopterygiae is also related to Synapsids. Then Synapsids gave rise to Therapsids. Different organisms evolve differently. So if you consider the color, just here is the yellow color, then yellow color have the same base. It means that there is an ancestor. Similarities are analogies and homologies. Two kinds of similarities between organisms are called the homologies and analogies. Homologies, same ancestor, but same ancestor and different function. Divergent evolution. For example, your arm and bird's wing having the same bones but different functions. Analogies have same structure but different origin, yet different ancestor, like bird of a wing and bird of an insect. There is a convergent evolution that do not reflect common ancestry. Numerical taxonomy is opposite to evolutionary systematics, and they use the numerical data, computer techniques, mathematical models, and no homologies and no analogies. Numerical taxonomy contradicts evolutionary taxonomy, so they don't need homologies and analogies. They don't consider evolutionary relationship and just count the data and input on the computer software and then make results. Phylogenetic systematics is the third approach and similar to evolutionary history, evolutionary systematics, but related to homologies and more recent homologies, more open to analysis and testing, and more scientific. So differentiate between homologies and analogies. If you consider this diagram, then H, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H are characters, and this is a cladogram. Examples as fellow coordinates are an outgroup for the entire vertebrate lineage. So if you consider the chordates, then sphelochordate is just different to vertebrates, but it is present in the chordates because it have no notochords. So cephalochordate is an outgroup if you consider the chordates, and vertebrate chordates. Then extraembryonic membrane is a synapomorphic character for all vertebrates, as fishes don't have extraembryonic membranes. Then shell distinguishing character is important in the turtles but not in other reptiles. So zoologists widely accept cladistics. Cladistics analysis shows, however, that birds are more closely related to alligators and crocodiles than